Hi, I'm Angel from Angel's Average Art, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever sketchbook tour. This is my first ever sketchbook that I actually fully completed. I've had lots of sketchbooks before this one, but I never actually filled them all the way. I would tear out pages and everything would just sort of be lame. That's the word that I'm going to use. So what I do with my sketchbooks is I draw a type of animal on the cover, and then whatever animal that is, that's the title of the book. So this is the Giraffe book. And then my lovely boyfriend said I should add a little TM. So this is the Giraffe book TM. The actual book it is, I took the sticker off the front and taped it in here. This is the De La Rowney sketchbook. It is 8.5 by 11 inches. I started this on March 25th of 2019 and it ended on April 24th of 2019. Here it says book 1. This sketch right here is, I drew this on a separate piece of paper, and it is the sketch that I used to design the cover. So this is the sketch that inspired the Giraffe book. I drew this and then immediately was like, I want a sketchbook to fill and complete. So that is why I got into doing sketchbooks, was I drew this and I was like, I want a sketchbook to keep all my things like this in. So I never draw on the first page or the last page of my sketchbook. I don't know why. It's just, it feels like bad luck. So this is an empty page that just has smudge from the Giraffe. The first sketch is, I actually drew this on the 25th. So it says it starts on the 24th, but really the first ever sketch was on the 25th. So this is just a horse with a flower crown. On some of these I write where the reference is from. This reference is from Pinterest. Oh, I forgot to say, this is, I think it's 80 sheets. Yeah, this is 80 sheets. Some of them I drew on both sides, some of them I didn't. So on the back of this I have some really light lavender sketches and a drawing of an elephant. And then on the right, I have a little drawing of, this was from my sister's Instagram, and this is a baby from Pinterest. This was supposed to be my sister, but it looks absolutely nothing like her. This is a little original character, raccoon. His name is Barry. He's from a webcomic that I plan on making a webcomic using him as one of the main characters. This is one of my favorite sketches in the entire book, and it's this giraffe. I think I did pretty well on it, and this reference is also from Pinterest. I drew a lot of giraffes in this book, which is probably, like, the Giraffe book is probably a fitting name. The next sketch is this giraffe sticking his tongue out. Everyone tells me he looks sad, and so I guess he looks sad. The next thing is another giraffe sticking your tongue out. Everyone says this giraffe also looks sad, so I actually erased the eyes on this one so many times trying to get it to look happy, and I never could. So this giraffe supposedly looks sad. Then I drew another giraffe. This one I wrote no reference, so I drew this one from my head. Pretty much everything in here has a reference unless I write no reference. The next thing is this drawing of my sister's cat, Ollie. It doesn't really look like him, but I like it. The next two things are, I think, the only colored things in these books, and I love them. My boyfriend told me to draw a jellyfish, so I drew a jellyfish, and I colored it with my Crayola crayons because I act like a child despite being 16. I was 15 at the time, but... And then this is another giraffe. This one looks sassy to me. Someone told me it looks sad, but I think he looks sassy. It also says no reference down here. The jellyfish was a reference from Pinterest, but this says no reference, which means I did not use a reference. Then I drew some hands. This is a couple days later. I draw pretty much every day, which is why sketchbooks get filled in about a month for me. The last one I filled, my second one, took me only 2 or 3 weeks. So this is a hand. This is kind of a scribble page spread that I'm not really happy of. I drew this green balloon and then I wrote lonely red balloon, parentheses, if you're colorblind. Then this little gorilla, a dragonfly, and me trying to draw a profile of a dude with no reference. I didn't finish either of these. This was another giraffe. This was a kitty with a ball of yarn. I didn't finish it. I don't think I was happy with it, so I don't think I finished it. The next thing, there's nothing on the left side, is a penguin. And a lot of people really like this penguin. They say I did a really good job on this penguin. So this is a little realistic penguin. Then on this side, I have a piece of paper covering it so the two drawings don't smudge. My little sister loves chinchillas, so I drew a chinchilla. And then over here, I drew a bunny rabbit. And these references say they're from Google. So I pretty much use exclusively Google and Pinterest. Occasionally I use Instagram, but not really often. This is another drawing of a hand doing the okay symbol. This is some lavender and little pink flowers around it. I think I just wanted to do something with color, but I didn't know what to draw. So I did this. I really love drawing lavender. This is a self-portrait of me. It's got some smudges from the next page, but this is a self-portrait. I think I did a pretty good job on this. I think I'm best at drawing myself when it comes to people. I'm not really very good at drawing people. This was going to be a sketch of a bear, and then I ended up not finishing it because I guess I wasn't liking it, which I try not to do. I try to finish all of my sketches now, but I didn't finish it. The next page, I tried drawing a Dumbo octopus. I don't know if you can see it because it's very light. And then I drew this little giraffe with a bow tie. And then over here, I just was scribbling an angel statue that's in my room. Next is this, I tried doing a full body giraffe. It's a little disproportionate, so there's that. It's got a lot of smudging from the next page. And the next page is a girl playing a viola, not a violin. Violas are like violins, but their strings are different and they're usually a little bit bigger. So this is a girl playing a viola. I did this because my sister was having an orchestra concert and I was inspired because she plays the viola like I used to. This is a little guinea pig. I'm really proud of this. This one got a lot of attention on Instagram. A lot of people liked this guinea pig. So there's that. And then this, I have a little piece of wax paper because I like it better than protecting it with a regular sheet of paper. So this is just a leopard from Pinterest. All of these shaded drawings are done with charcoal. This is concepting for a painting I had to do in my painting class. It was supposed to be an abstract self-portrait, so you draw yourself and then you had to change up the colors and stuff. So I was just planning that out. And then, inspired by my planning that out, I drew this. It's not me. A lot of people think I try to draw me, but different. That one is not me, but it's a reference from Pinterest. This one is a tiger that I never finished. I don't think I was liking it, so I didn't finish it, which I need to stop doing. This is a very light drawing of a girl. I actually really like this one. Oh, and right here, there's a little torn out paper. I don't tear out things unless I'm giving them to people. This one says Aiden, which means I gave it to my boyfriend, Aiden. I think he was sad that day, and I drew him a little picture to cheer him up, and then I tore it out and gave it to him. So, there's that. On this page, I was trying to do faces in pin. So these are pin sketches. I used, I think, just a regular purple ballpoint pen. Then on this side, I drew a couple more sketches. I drew this one in pen, and then I did this little one in pencil, and then I tried doing it again in pen. These are a bunch of sketches of Barry, the raccoon from earlier, and then me trying to draw a person in that same style, which I'm not very good at. This is kind of faded, but I went and saw How to Train Your Dragon 3. How to Train Your Dragons is one of my favorite series, so I just drew a little toothless and then taped in my movie ticket. It's kind of faded, but it's from How to Train Your Dragon 3. This, I was trying to draw a female, like I was trying to draw a girl who looked as tired as possible. And it was sort of me being angry about how tired I get from school. And I ended up being so tired and so worn out from all the things I had to do that I never finished it and just moved on. This is a drawing of our newest dog, Izzy. She is a terrier mix, She has an Instagram, I'll link it down below. This is a drawing of a finnick fox. On this side, I drew a little fox doodle. It's just supposed to be a little happy fox. I drew a person on this page, and then I drew a marker illustration of the earth. When I use markers or anything that's not pencils in here, like Sharpies or liners, I put a piece of mixed media paper in between it because this paper is not made to be mixed media. That way it doesn't bleed through. This is a baby alpaca, done in, I think, charcoal. This is a sloth, done in charcoal. This is a giraffe that I'm actually fairly happy with. And then on this page I started drawing like a little profile and then a head, and I just didn't do any more because I wasn't liking where it was turning out. This I never finished. It was going to be another giraffe that I was going to color in colored pencil, but I don't like colored pencils very much, so I wasn't enjoying it, so I just stopped. I was at a weird art blocky phase, so this is just a very light colored pencil clouds because I just wanted to draw, but I didn't know what to draw. On this page, we have a duck. It's very light and probably very hard to see, but I really wanted to draw a duck for some reason, so I drew a duck. And then this is my grandma's dog, Hercules. He is a really fat chihuahua. This is a Cocker Spaniel from Pinterest. And this is my first ever attempt at drawing my dog, Ivy. So Izzy's my dad's dog, Ivy is mine, and I love her to death. So I tried drawing her. It kind of looks like her, but I probably could have done better. This is another drawing of our puppy. Or no, it's not. I thought this was a drawing of our puppy Izzy, but it's actually a drawing of a random book cover. This, I just drew a little dolphin and then a piggy bank because I wanted to draw, but again, didn't know what to draw. This, I did a watercolor illustration of an owl, and I just taped it in because I didn't want to lose it. So this is a watercolor illustration of an owl. If you look closely, the paints are sort of sparkly, but it's really hard to see that. This, I tried drawing that same puppy again, but I wanted to do it better, but in reality I think it's worse. This is a watercolor flower that I taped in, just drawing a person and then little flower doodles. I was at another stage of art block. I hit art block quite frequently, but I'm always in the mood to draw, so I still draw pretty much every day. These were me trying to draw some people from a 3/4 view and a front view. These were me trying to draw some dancing ladies. I drew these in, it says 8B pencil. I'm not very good at drawing people, but I practice. This is a drawing of the moon and then some of its phases, and it says Luna. Those who see the man in the moon don't see what's really there. They don't see the beauty that radiates from her, Luna. So there's that. This was another sketch of a lady, and then I drew some button eyes and then Coraline from the movie Coraline. These, I drew a lot on this day. This is the 18th. A lot of these past ones were from I date most of my sketches, but like all of these were from the 18th. Like I draw a lot when I'm in a drawing mood. These are daffodils. I'm really proud of this one. I think I did a good job. Then on this page I have some more daffodils that I also like. And then these ones are zinnias. Then over here is an anemone flower, and then these. I do this thing where I will say to the closest person to me, say the first thing that comes to your head, go, and they have to say the first word that comes to their head. So I asked my sister and she said pickle, so then I drew a pickle. And I asked my sister again and she said curtain, so then I drew some curtains. And then over here she said shoe, so I drew a flat. She said pickle again, so I drew a pickle, and then she said jar, so I drew a pickle jar. That's just how I get drawing ideas. If I can't think of any, I just have people around me say the first word that comes to my head. This from my other sister, she said banana, so I drew a little banana bunch, and then this is a flower with no reference. This is another daffodil and some more zinnias. These are all without a reference. These are all on the same day, I believe. I think now is where we go into a different day. I watercolored a zinnia and taped it in, and then I drew a daffodil in colored pencil. And then I tried drawing a person sitting in a chair. I drew another flower with no reference, and I drew an eye, and apparently I wrote ew and more ew, because I guess I wasn't very happy with it. This I taped in a daffodil watercolor that I did. My boyfriend's mom told me to draw Ursula from Little Mermaid, so I drew Ursula and a little duck saying quack, quack, quack. Over here, I was concepting some ideas for a painting I want to do. I still haven't done it, but I will do it someday. These are from, I wrote the YouTube channel down here, it's Windy Iris. It was ideas for what to do in your sketchbook, and she drew these little doodle guys, so I drew these little doodle guys. And then she, this is another one with doodle boxes, so this is Jeremy the watermelon, and then a little bee, and just some patterns and some bricks. Just filling up pages, basically. This is a drawing of a lady, and these are, if you know Drawing with Waffles, she's a really popular art YouTuber and really popular on Instagram. She draws these characters called blubfish, and I just really wanted to draw some blubfish because I love waffles, and I love her little blubfish. So I drew some blubfish. Then I was staying at my grandma's house, and she loves Elvis Presley, so I drew a charcoal drawing of Elvis Presley. This, I was just trying to think of something to draw, so I drew a little person calmly standing there with an umbrella. And then this, I had this itty bitty little caterpillar sticker that you probably can't see. So I drew some butterflies and a caterpillar that I colored with some markers. This, I call this a very bad attempt at drawing my boyfriend. It doesn't look anything like him, but I tried drawing him. It really looks nothing like him. And this page, it was really late at night, and I wanted to draw, but I couldn't think of anything to draw. So I drew a little Maleficent, I drew some more blubfish, I drew an eye, I drew a waffle. I drew waffles pointing to that. This is a turtle that my boyfriend made up. He draws this turtle on everything, so I drew that turtle. And then over here, I drew the turtle in like my style, so I put a little bit more detail into it. Over here, I drew some more flowers. I believe I had no reference, but I might have. Over here, I was coming up, so this is the draft book. I was nearing the end of the sketchbook, and I was trying to come up with ideas for the next book. So I had the puppy book, the butterfly book, the guinea pig book, the penguin book, the cat book, the people book, the bunny book, the mermaid book, the flounder book, and the crab book. And the penguin book was my favorite so far. And then I also was drawing a little butterfly, and then I stopped because it was tedious and I hated doing it. These are some more penguins. I drew a penguin earlier in the book. This is a little trio of penguins. Then over here, I was drawing some pugs. This one looks really sad, and this one looks really sneaky. And that's just a little doggy eyeball. This one is another drawing of a puppy. This one's trying to draw our puppy Izzy again. My grandma really likes roosters, so I drew a rooster. This is a rhinoceros drawing. These rhinoceroses are functionally extinct now. It's a black rhino. Only females are left, so they're functionally extinct. I made up a character called Cheyenne, so this is me trying to draw Cheyenne. This is another person trying to draw a person, and another little blubfish. This, I tried drawing Eugene from the Try Guys. And then I drew a zebra, because my youngest sister's favorite animal is zebra. Then my boyfriend told me to draw a crab, so I drew a crab. Then it says Big Ben but ugly this time, so I guess I tried to draw the Big Ben clock tower. I don't remember what the tower is actually called, but the Big Ben's just the bell. This is me storyboarding for a project in language arts class. This was a drawing of a reference from Google. He looks disgusted. This was me trying to draw something for a concept in art class, and it wasn't working out. This I drew an Italian Greyhound because I had been watching a lot of Jenna Marbles. This was a drawing with no reference, completely from my head, so I'm really proud of it considering that. This one was another one, no reference, completely from my head. And this, I tried drawing the profile of Christopher Robin in the Christopher Robin movie, and I wasn't liking it, so I just wrote you a bunch and then moved on. This was a basic sketch of another person. It's very light. Another basic sketch of a person that's extremely light. I had decided that my next sketchbook would be the penguin book, so I doodled out some penguins. Then I drew some daffodils and some more zinnias. And then I drew a peanut, a lime, another pickle, and a watermelon slice. And I believe that is the last page. So then I have my empty page, and on the back I just painted these little acrylic sunset-y cloud type things. So that was my first ever sketchbook tour. If you like this video, please leave it a like, and if you didn't like it, leave a dislike so I know to improve. Leave any comments down below. Do you fill your own sketchbooks? What kind of sketchbooks are your favorite? Please subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. I plan on doing speed paints, draw with me's, not tutorials, but sort of just showing my drawing process, more sketchbook tours. So, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.